Hello, everyone. My name is Isaac Wallin, and I'm a funnel expert strategist here to help you make a lot more money. And in today's specific video, I'm going to show you what characteristics you need to find when and look for when finding new potential clients to make sure that you have a very long, like a couple of years long relationship with these clients and actually make a lot more money together. And the first belief that they need to have and that you actually need to look for is that they always need to move extremely fast. And if they don't, then you actually have to change this specific belief in their mind. Like, we have gotten like a lot of clients onboarded, and we just saw that they were not really moving that fast. It's also called A players, like people that's just willing to take any type of action just to make sure that you go and crush it. And even if something feels like it's a bit off, or if something feels like, yeah, this is a bit scary, if you still see that these people still take action, you know that there's like a shit ton of a shit ton of potential in this specific client, and it's extremely important. So one more thing is also that when you see that they actually show up to the calls that you have, that you see that they're extremely committed to what you guys are doing, you also see that in between the call you have, they also DM you. If they got any questions, they let you know immediately. They don't wait and be like, okay, I just want to wait until it feels good for me. Bro, you just need to take extremely fast action. And this second belief, this second characteristics also ties into the first one, which is move with speed. And you need to always have clients that is willing to be on it 24/7. Like, if you DM them a message, okay, how should I do this? If they DM, like if they have that specific question, you always need to be on that immediately. Also, you as the partner, or you as the marketer need to be on it, but also you as like the specific client that you're trying to sign. You see, this one is extremely important because if they take faster action on it, and if they actually tell you their doubts, tell them, okay, I don't know how to do this, they tell you all their questions up front, then it will also be easier. For my case, when we build a webinar, for example, it will be a lot easier to just set up everything immediately. Like, that's also one key thing there. Like, also store in mind is that if we just have an extremely good onboarding process, it's a shit ton easier to just set up the whole webinar, set up the whole funnel. Like, literally in like 2 days we can set it up. So this ties back into the beliefs thing, that you need to take extremely fast action. And also the third one is also extremely important because you need to make sure that the clients that you have is and also have the same goals as you have. If I say to my client, I want to make 200K from this relationship over the next 3 months, and then they're like, bro, I only want to make 10K, and then I have 10% rev share, I make 10% of what they make, then I will only make 2K. But my goal is to make 200K, which means that their goal has to be 2 million in the next 3 months. So you need to specifically see, okay, what is my goal? What is their goal? Does this goal align with each other? And actually also put down the numbers, create a financial model, and see if it makes sense for you to even have a relationship, have a client relationship with that specific person. So it's extremely important that you have that your client and you have an alignment in the goal setting there, and also that you see that your specific client and partner actually have the literally have the balls to even have these big goals. Because if you see that your client doesn't want to take it to the craziest level and take it very big, if you want to do it that way, then you shouldn't even have them as a client, because you will literally just work with someone and you won't hit what you're trying to hit. Then also, the last, but literally I think is actually the most important one, is that if I tell my client to do something, they need to do it. Because if they don't do it, they can't think that they're going to get the outcome, because they're only going to get the outcome if they do exactly what I tell them to do. Because I have the plan, you see. So if I tell them, okay, we need to have an appointment setter, and they need to call all the leads from the last webinar that we had, and you need to do it right now. If they can't do that specific easy action to take, then you shouldn't even have them on. Because you know from the numbers that you took out that if they have like 100 people that you haven't appointment set and called up yet from your last webinar, and you usually have 10% conversion rate on that. It's always a game of averages in marketing. So then you actually pretty much know and can expect 10 people to book on a call from the 100 calls, 10 people with a 10% conversion rate on that. So if they don't take that action in the first place and actually make sure that they do the 10 calls, like the 100 calls, then they can't expect hitting the revenue goal either. So yeah, this was a very important video. And also, if you got any questions in regards how like a bit more characteristics, this was just a brief overview, just to make sure that you actually understand what type of people you need to look for to make sure that you will hit your revenue goal in the time frame that you have. So man, see you in the next one, and let's go.